Trading is risky business. Why am I getting this like freaking? Let's see. Okay. It's currently 9:22, and I'm keeping an eye on TPET here into the open. Decent pre-market move, and it's holding up fairly well. Might not be as volatile as some people might like, but you know, I'll be zeroing in on those key dips and looking to hold a little longer. And as usual, I'd love to see an uptrend here if possible. If we can get going to retest the pre-market highs and then potentially continue, it could be a really good one here in Tpet. There are some others that hit the scans, you know, NPT. All right, let's see how it's doing right now. It is down. It looks like backside. Probably not going to see much out of that one, but we'll keep an eye on the scans here, and we'll see what else, you know, turns up here as we go throughout the open. BATL, some traders might be interested in that one, although it's around that $24, $25 price range. For those of you tuning in on the stream, what's up? Good to see you guys. As you know, going back to Thursday of last week, I mentioned Friday and Monday definitely wasn't gonna be able to stream, but today, as we're back to base, we're jumping on here for a good one. Yeah, the scans, you know, the scans look all right. Coming down at SVRN, which is a slightly cheaper stock, it's going to potentially be an option. I'm gonna go ahead here and turn on my my screen recording real quick. Yeah, guys, the Warrior scans definitely have been coming in clutch, I will say. Get my screen recording going here. Looks good. Yeah, the scanners have definitely been coming in clutch. So we'll see, you know, as we go, whatever does start to move up and, you know, fits the criteria, I'll be willing to give a go as long as we're seeing a good pattern, right? A plus setups, the name of the game. Tpet right now, as we got 5 minutes to the opening bell, it's looking decent. We're seeing, if we have to pull up the 5-minute chart here, you know, one continuation, right, which is good, right? In pre-market, we broke over that 135 level, and despite the first move up, we're holding up. We've bottomed out, and right now we're kind of seeing that little bit of an ABCD here through the VWAP. So it looks fairly healthy, in my opinion, here to potentially continue to go. It's not guaranteed, but we'll give it time into the open to see how it shapes up. I got a small position here just to see what it does. There's 4 minutes to the opening bell here. We're currently at the VWAP level. Watching Tpet and SVRN as like my main two. But from there, we'll see what other opportunities might present themselves. Let me come back to single screen here. I forgot the scanners are. Yeah, so, you know, there's a bit of an ABCD. We're back over to VWAP. It'll be good if we're able to hold this area here to then retest the high of 95. Pre-market highs all the way up at 223. 223 for the pre-market highs. time 27. We got about 3 minutes here. Guys, by the way, so this weekend, we had Traders for Cause. I'm gonna post some content around that today in short form. Just a couple of pictures, things like that. With the guys. It's been a good experience. For those of you who were there and we met, it was good meeting all those new people, building new connections. Now it's time to get back to business. Yeah, I still trade, bro. I can't stop trading, Although large caps have been a little bit more lucrative for me, right, in terms of like swings. Into the open here, if we continue to hold the VWAP, I'll look to add to this position. There's still another 2 minutes still for the open. Yeah, I'd say Tpet at the open, and then, we kind of see what else comes along after that. Actually, I'll put the watch list here in the alert section, watching Tpet. High of the current candlestick right now is 85. I'm expecting maybe just a little bit of volatility into the open. Again, 223 is our real. Let me come back to this 10-second chart, by the way. Our first pullback is coming in here. Let's see how well it's able to hold up. There's 74 and 55 actually, it looks like they're pretty big dropout, huh? I'm giving it a sec here as we're seeing some higher volume coming through. I'm going to give this one a couple more minutes to see if it does reclaim and hold, but okay. All right. It's way more volatile than I would have expected, but got to be careful for those bigger flush outs. It seems a little like the Wild Wild West right now. We could see a higher low, but there's been lows at around 60. BATL is moving up a little bit at 25, 26. I'm chasing this move here a little bit, watching to see if it does get over 90. For now, it seems like those massive dropouts can hold up, but of course, being too soon and too early could be a problem. And BATL halted. Wow. I'm actually curious to see what the chart looks like there on that one. NPT. BATL might have something, There might be something there. I didn't look at the price action, but Right now, over 93 could be interesting if we are able to, hold up high here. The question will be if we can see through 93. So we're breaking down that small consolidation there. Holy smokes, the resumption for BATL. Definitely volatile for sure. So Tpet not quite holding up the 85 level. BATL, it's fighting. Could be a little bit more difficult to manage risk with the price range, but if the opportunities are here instead, Definitely going to be an interesting one here, BATL. Yeah, Tpet just, you know, a little too weak after that breakdown of 85. Was that low? I'm not really like loving any of the price action right now. This one, BATL, is definitely the most volatile. But we'll see if it's able to give another good prolonged uptrend. 22 to 28, fairly good. EDSA. Hitting the scans. Time 45. Yeah, EDSA, I mean, I don't know about it yet. It's definitely grinding up, but taking a starter here, 2570s. It needs to hold up this area here, like 2530s, above 25. If not, we could definitely see that bigger pullback. The spreads are fairly big too, or like a 30-cent spread. I'm going to aim for a little lower in the range. Trying 22. I don't think I got the fill there. Yeah, no fill. Okay, there's a fill. Can we hold up the level? If not, tight stop here. It's getting some buyers, but, you know, will it be enough to see us rebound here? Okay, there's a good bounce. It's seeing some buyers, all right. Well, shoot, so I'm not about to say is it going to be a sustained bounce. It looks like it is. I kind of sold a good amount there, the whole dollar. All right, I like that second wave of buying, so I'm going to hold it a little longer here to see if it does come up closer to 27. And I'll start to scale out there. That was a good trade, but I sold a lot of it early. You know, although that was still like a 70-cent trade, it's gonna find some support down there. There might be another opportunity if it's serious about, you know, the uptrend, but we'll see. I'm not really holding any size. I'm gonna watch, but you know, we're getting like a topping wick already on the 1 minute, so it could just be giving back some of those gains, but we'll give it a chance here. The spreads are so big once it gets ready. Like we gotta hold up high in this consolidation for it to make any sense. A bit of a higher fill there, but that's okay. If this consolidation doesn't hold high, it's probably gonna go right back down. I'd say 26 is the key right now. In the short term, of course. I don't mind trying the ad if it does come down, but gotta be careful nevertheless. We gotta get more shares. If this stock is gonna be strong, it needs to go over high if they out of this move here, at least in the short term, right? If this gets over 20, like 20, what is this? What's this high? Like 2750. If it goes through 2750, it needs to like try for high of day. Then we know we could have something that could be volatile and open up. Like levels like this is big levels here. Holy shit, it's going. It might halt up actually. Yeah, I see down there I needed even more shares down there, right? The short sellers who might be in could start to cover a little bit, but of course we gotta zoom out some more. Maybe not. I don't know, it's hard to say. It's still early in the grand scheme of the chart. But it's inching up, which is good. So now I'm asking myself, what's the next entry? Okay, we caught some of that move. We got to try and get the next entry here. $30.04 is the halt up. I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna look to add back when it comes down, but there's gonna be risk of it just, you know, collapsing fully. So I gotta brace myself just in case. Once it starts to base, if it like just, you know, flushes out, there's gonna be risk in that. But other than that, I'll be watching here to see if it gives another opportunity to get in. I still think it's a little early. I'm gonna try right here, and it could still be a little early, but giving it a try. So you know, sometimes what happens is that you don't really get a big pullback, right? They just got to go for it. I think it now. So now let's see how it does. Like, I don't know if it's ready yet, but let's see how it does. Big levels here. If not, we get new lows. Watching to see how buyers are gonna come in. Now it's fairly healthy. It's hard to say if that level is gonna be support though. You know, like the way how some of these stocks, like the last one, right? We had that support at VWAP coming into the open. It went up 10 cents and then it's like down in oblivion one tick later, right? Got to be ready for that to happen, which is the real risk, really. Again, big levels. All right, there's our drop. Let's see how it does here, though. Okay, it's coming down a bit. Yeah, so it would have been nice if we could have, kept going there, but all good. Lows. I'll give it a sec here. Time. There's a new 5-minute candlestick. Our 5-minute volume bars look really, really good, honestly. A bit of a U shape here. This could continue right here. I'm actually gonna throw out an order. It's a bit of bit aggressive here, but just like 20 cents risk. Don't want to risk too much here. Kind of chasing it a little bit. Okay, maybe it's not what I think it was going to be. I'll get back out there, scratch pretty much. There's like a hailstorm right now. It's like hailing. It's like ice is dropping from the sky. It's crazy. Although it's pretty small. Yeah, this is like pulling back. It's pulling back. We're getting like a 5-minute pullback here, which I wouldn't have wanted to see yet. So easing off. So we got another uptrend right there, right? We went from 25 to 29, which is what these are the areas I'm trying to trade, right? Once we can like get a couple points in, but we're pulling back a little bit bigger here. And of course, I stopped out at probably what is going to be the bottom. Well, I don't know if I'll walk away yet, but I definitely want to like start setting like a trailing stop in case like I lose a little too much. But if there's another good setup where I think we could potentially get a good uptrend again, I can try. But so far, so good. And we're still dropping here, actually. VWAP, we're all the way at the VWAP now. Is this the bottom? Or is there another bottom coming? I'm going to keep an eye out. A good old chat room, I tell you. Always keeping things fun and interesting. Yeah, I'm interested in one more trade down here to see how it does. If I get stopped out, I think I'll walk away. And so let's see. BATL. I believe in consolidation, so I'm not gonna chase this entry, but instead I'm gonna wait patiently. Buying high to sell higher can be tricky these days, right? Our new 5-minute candle is opened. I'm expecting it to be tight here, watching and waiting. Might not get a chance to get back in down there. Okay, that's fine. Yep. I didn't get the entry, but good bounce. Good bounce. See, that was a one and done. I mean, I guess we consolidated, but we consolidated a little, you know, more like the 200 EMA there. Is this the pullback that's going to come off of this move? I don't know if it'll be worth it. It's a trade idea, but you know, it's not the entry I would really love to be in on for an A plus setup. This could easily go. This could go back to 29 over time. I mean, it's proven that it's had the range before, so wouldn't be that unlikely to see it happen if buyers continue to get in. But I personally like to always take a little something, you know. TMDE. Such a nice move to be missed here. Yeah, and the pullback didn't even really dip, so there's no way I didn't get a chance to get in here pretty much. Nice. So lows around 26 and highs of 29 on that move right there. Good setup. Sadly, didn't really get a good entry. You know, like right now I'm thinking like if this stock is gonna move like this all day, do I want to trade this all day? As we know, you know, there's like usually two options, or let's say a fork in the road, right? There's always the opportunity to make more, right? And then there's the other side of it, which is that you can give back profits. Does the stock have what it takes to get up here to 35 and then 40 and then 50? Can this stock go to $50 today? That would keep my eyes glued to the screen without even moving. One day. It's a nice daily chart actually. Yeah, it's a nice daily chart. Well, it's as close of a stock to doing it as you know compared to others. So even if I don't live stream the entire day, I'll be around, you know, keeping an eye on this one. I think it'll be worth it. There could be more opportunities throughout the course of the day here. The daily chart is pretty strong, and you know the pre-market move from 4 a.m. was pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if Ross is up pretty big on this one. 7 a.m. What 7 a.m. It didn't really do much. I guess it depends on what time the traders are really up today. Although I suspect most people would have been up early because of like the global, you know, political issues that we've been seeing recently. The geopolitical issues. Jude living to fight another day. The last 5 minute candlestick pulled back significantly. I got an order here. Okay, I'm filled. Oh, okay, no good. No good there. TPET, is it back up? TPET. You know, if this one breaks over 2, it could be something. Could be something. Could be something good. But I'm hoping good as in like retested the pre-market high kind of good, not just like 205, you know, 210. This was the trade I was looking for just now on this other one, BATL. You know, yeah, not bad. It could see like 28.70, 28.80. Probably could have exited a little quicker though. Come on, TPET. Show us 215 and fly, having short sellers cover their positions. Squeeze them into oblivion. You know, obviously I met a lot of short sellers at the conference, but it's back to business, right? I need them to sense fear. Man, let's not get into that. Get too worked up. Especially being that the context has been so weak. This thing could be back down to 160 if it doesn't push through. So, gotta save the smack talking for hot market conditions. There's so much selling pressure. Can it hold the line? Can we hold the line? It looks like it might be having some trouble. There's still so much red printing. If it doesn't hold the line, it's right back to 180. There's 96. It's kind of struggling. 96. There's still some red printing. 96 again. 95, 94. What time is it? 10, 11. I think I'm going to get a quick breakfast here, and then I'm going to post a recap today, by the way. I'm going to get a quick breakfast, and then I'll come back and see what's moving. But small green here for now. We definitely gave back a little bit. I think we're up like 380 maybe on the other stock. And we were down like 60 here, so we definitely took some losses on both. But overall, decent first couple of minutes here of the day. I'm going to get a quick breakfast here, and then I'll be back. So I'll post a recap later. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, as usual, it's been a good one. As mentioned, this weekend I attended the Traders for a Cause seminar / charity event. Very good as usual, and you know, I'd honestly encourage people to go. For those of you who are looking to network, and you know, instead of just trading in your home office or your, you know, wherever you trade, if you're looking to like meet people and have a good time, you can definitely check out the next one for next year. I'm not sure if it's going to be in Miami again. It might be back in Vegas, but I'll be there next year as well. The tickets are $1,600, and you know, once you like just pair that with your flight and hotel, you do all your budgeting and stuff, you'll be good to go. I think it's definitely worth it. You know, you meet so many great traders, and honestly, you can learn a lot too, because you got some guys who are like 100 million plus, like Lance. I might butcher his last name here. I believe it's like Botstein. You know, I believe the company he traded with was called Trilogy, and he's now like a mentor kind of guy at SMB Capital. You got big guns like that. You know, I met Tim Sykes there. Actually, I didn't get to get a picture with Tim Sykes, but I met Tim Sykes there. We kind of had like a very short conversation. It was kind of funny. Shout out to him. But yeah, um, I did meet the Clover trading guys before. You know, Kyle Williams, and I didn't really get to see the laptop legend. I didn't really have to get to talk with him rather, but Kyle and I'm forgetting the other guy's name. Jeez. Anyhows, we met some of those guys again, and it was a good time. A lot of short sellers there too. Big drop here for BATL. Also, met some cool guys from Guardian Trading, some really cool people from Sage Trader as well, and right back up for BATL. Look at that. Some tough price action there, but maybe it goes into the halt up here. There's a new high of day. I also met a cool guy from Lightspeed as well. There's some pretty cool people there, man. Part of the message was giving back, you know. For those of you who are you know, you got to help yourself first, obviously, and that was a point that they made. But once you get to a place where you can give back and you have all your bases covered, you know, it's definitely a thing that feels good to do. You had some people there that spoke about the charities that they were representing, and you know, definitely some heartwarming stories. You know, I kind of had tears in my eyes a couple times, not gonna lie. Um, so you know, part of trading and being able to make progress with this career is at some point also helping out others, right? It could be your own family, it could be in your own community, and you know, an extension of that, you know, others as well. You guys know I respect Ross as well. You know, that's the guy who I've seen do it like since years ago, right? Donating to like local pantries and firefighters. So it's definitely a thing that feels good to do once you're in a position where you can afford it. But yeah, I'll catch you guys. I'm gonna grab that quick breakfast, and then I'm also gonna check out some large caps. But I'll be around here to see if BATL gets over 30 bucks. I'll catch you guys later in the recap. Stay safe, stay green. Hit the thumbs up on the way out if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys next time.